These guys on this side, listen to me.
Don't look at it.
I guess it.
How's Sharon doing? Still training.
We actually went together pretty good. You got lace, man.
No, she's not old enough.
Lynn, cover the sauce. I can see it.
That's not his sock.
Say whiskey. One,
Yeah.
2, 3.
One good.
I'm hungry.
Hey, I'm horny.
But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But first I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can be it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Hey, 'cause I believe in you. Oh, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Good evening and welcome to the 1997 graduation ceremonies. I'm Sharon Peake.
And I'm Jamie Poppy, and we're the master and mistress of ceremonies for this evening.
Please rise and join us in O Canada while Missy Billington leads us with the piano.
1997 has been a very memorable year as many changes occurred at Shaunavon High School. SHS started the year with a whole new look as Admiral High School joined our students here in Shaunavon.
Warren Hillier also altered the look of the school by leaving his mark on Ms. Westonstreet's wall after body checking himself into it.
And mysteriously, many hinges and door latches have disappeared throughout the year.
The school parking lot was also changed. Although no professional work was done to it, it was resurfaced with a thick layer of rubber throughout the year.
Coincidentally, there was much wear on certain students' tires.
This evening's ceremonies will begin rolling with a salutation.
Since Admiral joined our school this year, 2 salutatorians have been selected.
Brad Dawson was chosen by the Shaunavon students and Kerry Godger by his Admiral classmates.
I would like to thank the Academy so much for this award. It means so much to me. Sorry, wrong speech. I'd like to welcome everybody to the graduation ceremonies of 1997. It's hard to believe that we are graduating, but after so many years of hard work, dedication, and friendship, we have finally made it. Over the past 5 years, we have all developed a friendship with each other. This friendship has helped us through good times and bad times, and has even helped me get an in-school suspension. Right, Mandy? But without this friendship, we could not have made it to where we are today. Tonight, the 51 of us take the first steps into our futures, and we'd better go to the bathroom first because it's a long trip. I would like to congratulate all of the grads on their hard work that it took them to get here tonight, and I would also like to thank them for their friendship. Without it, would have made graduating that much harder. I would also like to thank the teachers for all they have taught us. Even though it looked like we weren't learning anything, the surprising thing is we did. I would also like to thank Mrs. Scribner and Mr. Hammond for somewhat keeping control under us at noon hours. We will miss you all next year. And finally, I would like to thank our parents who cheered for us, not only on the football field and basketball or volleyball courts, but in our schoolwork as well. Thanks to you for helping us succeed. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
To say that it is an honor to speak on behalf of the Admiral graduates. Admiral was a town where the size would triple every time that there was school. Even though the school was small, it had a tremendous amount of character and had a great heart. It seemed everyone who went to school on Admiral shared a bond. People from Admiral whom I'm graduating with today are people who were always there for each other. It didn't matter if it were good times or bad times, we were there for each other. If one person had a problem, it was no longer just his or her problem, it was everyone's problem. It wasn't just the students who were there for each other, we also shared a close bond with the staff. No one would ever look down on you in Admiral, even when you spent as much time in the principal's office as I did. Though they did get a little jealous when I got a reserved seating and a lazy boy in the office. But they got over it. Graduating is a time to look back and remember the good times, friends, and stupid things you did. And to sit back and think, thank God we're done at school. But just as Admiral was brief, so is this speech. So with saying that, I'd like to thank the graduating class and the teachers and Admiral for everything. Maybe I'll use a small percentage of all the useless information I learned. Thank you, and have a good night.
Mrs. also just asked us to make an announcement that for anyone who doesn't have a seat, there's about 20 empty seats midsection on this aisle that you can go and are welcome to.
Thank you, Brad and Carrie. We will now have Miss Weston Stewart introduce the graduates while Mr. Benish presents the scrolls.
Admiral students possessed. And then when I came to Shaunavon High School, it did not take me long to discover that my grade 10 class of 6 girls and 18 boys were just as unique. Now 3 years later, the Admiral and Shaunavon students stand here together with all their unique energy and individuality combined. I will now try to present to you, in both fun and seriousness, the personalities that have made up this graduating class. I would ask that you please hold your applause until all 51 graduates have received their diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the 1997 graduating class of Shaunavon High School. Kim Noseworthy. A flair for the dramatic is the talent of Kim's. Kids in the Hall or Saturday Night Live she'll do on a whim. The spring drama production revealed her natural skill, but her story isn't complete if I don't tell of her kill. For 3 weeks in her locker, a goldfish named Herbie Wayne Noseman did reside, until one day Goldfish Noseman was seen floating on his side. Kim's creativity and originality will take her far. Continue with your success of being just who you are. Good luck, Kim. Angela Gislason. Angela recalls how in elementary school she and Mandy would always pretend that they were riding imaginary horses that were not penned. Polite and prompt, Angela has always been. It's at school every day that she is always seen. In her 5 years of high school, she has missed only 1 half day. We've appreciated the fact that she just can't stay away. For her absence on that half a day, she is forgiven. For attention to her studies, she has always given. Her excellent attendance and work ethic will serve her well when she earns her pay, for she will pursue an interest of hers that involves much play. Fitness leadership will be her area of expertise, which is quite appropriate given how she runs, walks, and works out with such ease. All the best, Angela. Shara Reardon. Shara's aggressiveness on the sporting court has brought her fame. Her time spent falling on the floor has also done the same. She'll dive to the ground in a defensive play and then be up again to the opposition's dismay. She's known for her injuries and her bladder, so very, very small. She remembers with fondness Mr. Gottslig and the trip for basketball. After many breakdowns, everyone was cramped into one vehicle, and apparently Mr. Gottslig's driving was quite masterful. Travel management is the goal that Shara has set, and it's studying this course in Medicine Hat where it will be met. Good luck, Shara. Jeff Fuller. Jeff should consider moving to Newfoundland, for he and that time zone seem to go hand in hand. Black hair or blonde hair, Jeff's never said much. We wish you the best in your future that you touch. Although you're undecided about what you plan to do, we hope it's much happiness that will come to you. All the best, Jeff. Krista Chapman. On Krista's first elementary school day, she dressed herself and put all her jewelry on for display. Rings, watches, necklaces, and all her earrings were adorned with the intention of accenting everything. In Krista's life, she's lived in a great many places. Imagine the shock of her move from Toronto to these wide open spaces. Of the 7 dwarfs, she's been called Grumpy, for mornings and school and people all make her frumpy. Her talent in the arts is where her skill shines, for she expressed emotion in every drama line. As well, she draws and paints with tremendous skill, so it's logical that the fine arts will provide her with her career thrill. Best of luck, Krista. Angie Kenny. In August 1993, I was new to Admiral School, and it was Ange who came in and told me not to worry because everything would be cool. Ever since then, I've seen her congeniality and energetic laugh brighten the day of both students and staff. In '94, the travel bug bit her while a student in Brazil, and she now looks to travel as her career thrill. Her hospitality and tourism marketing course will give Angie the necessary training to join the workforce. All the best, Angie. Amanda Hunt. Amanda was concerned about entering SHS. Once she arrived, she's shown us nothing but the best. Her pleasant smile and obliging ways are distinctive traits whatever the day. Her future students have yet to discover these traits, for it's her own classroom where her future awaits. Best of luck in your teaching career. You will be able to help your students with their own high school fear. All the best, Amanda. Dylan Wilson. Dylan can have the most expressionless face, even when on the volleyball court putting his opposition in place. Apart from sports, Dylan has a talent that's really quite unique, and it involves the body part that we always use to speak. Dylan has the ability to touch his tongue to his nose with amazing skill. This he'll sometimes do for his classmates' thrill. When he speaks or smiles, we sit up and take note. And that's why I'm reminded of this familiar quote, "Silence is golden." Therefore, it should come as no surprise that Dylan will quietly study commerce so he can wave green ones before our eyes. We wish you the best, Dylan. Dwayne Lowe. At 6'6", Dwayne is anything but low. It's definitely under the basket where he delivers his blow. Every team in the Southwest is happy to see him go, I'd have to say. However, SHS is not, for we've appreciated his kind and gentle way. Other students, to avoid having to go to class, would hide behind Dwayne and hope that a teacher would just pass. Dwayne would often try to do the same, but for obvious reasons, it was to class with the teacher that he always came. Good luck, Dwayne. Carrie Auger. The public school staff remembers Carrie as being very quiet and shy, for if she spoke at all, she just said hi. Throughout the years, she's shown her talent at art. It's drawing and painting that will give her career its start. Visual communication she will learn about. Her artistic ability will guarantee success without doubt. All the best, Carrie. Brandy Wilson. Brandy's come a long way since she was Crystal's bathroom buddy in grade 3. Although from her twin sister, Brooke, she is rarely free. The two have spent nearly every day by each other's side, but if they want to go somewhere, it's Brandy who will have to give the ride. Brandy has enjoyed law, English, and curling, and it's next year that she plans to spend working. After that, it's dental hygiene where she has set her sight, along with a little travel to provide additional insight. All the best, Brandy. Brooke Wilson. Brooke has the short hair, Brandy has the long, but we all know that for these twin sisters, it's together they belong. Brooke really likes curling and did well in drama in grade 9, and we know that next year working, she'll do just fine. She long ago mastered the art of socializing, therefore it comes as no surprise that she'll eventually be specializing in the area of sociology or social welfare, for we know that her clients will be given good care. We wish you the best, Brooke. Dana Wright. Dana fondly recalls her history class's trip to Moose Jaw, as well as the Elkwater ski trip where there was many a fall. Dana's white truck has taken her on many cruises, but for some reason East End is the direction it often chooses. She values her time with her friends and family. After working for a year, it's in hotel management where her studies will be. Best of luck, Dana. Amanda Bastura. Without patience and in a variety of moods, Amanda has been seen. One just has to hope that you're not the one who's about to face her screen. Amanda enjoys coffeeing and spending time with her friends. We hope next year it's an alarm clock that one of them lends. Amanda's artistic talent is displayed on the murals around town. Therefore, it's no surprise that her career is art-bound. She'll study visual communications in Medicine Hat and then take a photography course after that. Her creativity and strong personality are the strengths that will turn her career into a reality. All the best, Amanda. Mandy Cadieux. Mandy has worked hard and done well in school. Be nice and be respected is her one personal rule. These personality traits may come as no surprise, but here are a few details about Mandy that may raise a few eyes. When Mandy was little, she would become very sad when her brothers would go off hunting with her dad. Her dad and her brothers were not her greatest concern, for her thoughts were with the animals who were about to get shotgun burn. You know what I mean, Jellybean may conclude her valedictorian address, for that's her favorite saying after any idea she's professed. Her interest in medicine comes as no surprise, given the kindness and compassion for which she strives. Best wishes, Mandy. Carmen Stevenson. What's that noise? Oh, it's just Carmen singing away. This is a regular occurrence practically every day. Her voice lessons have kept her busy over the years, and of late enjoys the rush of the stock car she steers. As a self-proclaimed cowgirl, she's taken a stand. It's at Vermilion she'll study crop technology and learn about the land. Good luck, Carmen. Melanie Clausen. Melanie was a new face this year at SHS. We've come to know her for her efficiency and kindness. She had a leading role in the drama production this spring and has shown us that drama really is her thing. A physical therapy assistant is what Melanie will study to be, and it's now that I wish you the best without any hesitancy. Good luck, Melanie. Kylie Antum. Kylie's been caught in a time warp and is a hippie of the modern day. An example of this is her love for the Beatles and listening to their play. She even carries a picture of the Fab Four in her wallet, so to them she can often gaze, and it's her skill at the dramatic that has earned her praise. Her role was memorable in Admiral's play, The Wonderful Ice Cream Suit, to this year's debut as a director who is really very astute. She expresses her lines with energy and flair, and is very creative and unique with the hats that she will wear. Her individuality is a characteristic mark and will be an asset to you in whatever career you choose to embark. All the best, Kylie. Krista Odland. Krista is well known for her ability or inability to drive and catch on to jokes. It's for her spelling of the word knowledge where the fun is often poked. She's long been independent, but that hasn't always been the case, for Mrs. Adet reminds us of way back when at another place. When Krista started kindergarten, she hated school, for she had to leave her brothers, and she thought that cruel. Now Krista can't wait to get on with her life and be out on her own. Just imagine a life of never having to make these often made statements known. Wade and Warren, you're so immature, sit down. Or, okay, you guys, just leave me alone. Krista's hairdressing course will help her maintain her true blonde color, for you must admit that without this feature, your life would certainly be duller. All the best, Krista. Britt Gaudieu. Britt's individuality and creativity are her defining mark. It comes as no surprise that her artistic ability is an energetic spark. Her ability to draw, sketch, and paint have definitely been shown. Her love for tattoos she's also made known. Her dramatic talent is notable, as is how she spent her elementary school recess time. We're told she'd walk around the playground with a book, reading each and every line. She has demonstrated ease in understanding and interpreting literature. Maybe she has the playground to thank for her literary fervor. Work with your talents in the upcoming years, and success will be yours in your chosen career. Good luck, Britt. Crystal Wickstrom. In Admiral, Crystal showed her acting finesse. Her ideas about poetry she could accurately profess. Crystal has the most amazing athletic skill. She can set a volleyball with nails so long they could practically kill. How does she do it? No one really knows. All we know is that the sound it makes curls the toes. Speaking of curling, that's one of her joys, as is commerce, for that's what she'll study to eventually find employ. All the best, Crystal. Mike Lewins. Igor is known for his strength and height, and for sometimes having not a very bright light. Once when reading a menu, Mike saw the option of soup or salad. He wondered then just what was a super salad. However, when in science he queried at the possibility of melting wood, and then went on to wonder if without the presence of oxygen, one actually could. Although his learning is sometimes selective, the one thing that has stayed true is his love for football and wearing the white and blue. His power as a linebacker was always given, and his efforts certainly helped the Shadows be provincial driven. Mike has the most amazing appetite I've ever seen, and I'm sure the people in Assiniboia who run the Smorg are agreeing. For the price of one plate of food, Mike consumed 4, and Mr. Miller recalls how Mike was still eating as his teammates were walking out the door. Good luck, Mike. Barclay Minert. Buck has been actively involved in all activities of the school. Work hard on the court, ice, or track is his one rule. He's been to provincials for volleyball, curling, and track, and height in basketball he definitely doesn't lack. To yearbook and SRC he has also given his time, and he's handled his duties in each just fine. Time was also given to the food in his locker. When the mold began to walk, that was the real shocker. We wish you the best in all that you do. It is now that I say good luck to you. All the best, Barclay. Melanie Roach. From day one, it was school where Melanie didn't want to go, although her consistent honor roll performance indicates she does things just so. As a little girl at 3:15, Melanie would raise quite a fuss if there was any chance at all that she'd miss her bus. Pleasant and cooperative Melanie's been. It's her social life that her sister Sharon has tried to convene. All the best, Melanie. Sean Simmons. Save your breath to cool your porridge is a proverb that's sometimes said, and I think this is one that Sean has often read. He rarely speaks, but when he acts, it keeps us a-wonderin'. For in shop class, everything that was not supposed to be done was done. We're also reminded of the earthworm that he ate in biology class. That gives new meaning to digesting knowledge and working for a pass. Although you are undecided about your future plans, we wish you the best wherever you and your future land. Good luck, Sean. Jarrett Jurdot. Gyros defined his style with Wranglers and cowboy hat. For farming and ranching is where it's at. Jarrett hit hard on the football field, as well as in an elementary school play where an arch did yield. He was a little overzealous in his Russian dancer part and caused the Nutcrackers Candyland arch to fall and burst apart. Living life to the fullest and shop class is what Jarrett's enjoyed, and we now wish you the best at Badger Enterprises where you are employed. Good luck, Jarrett. Clint Dawson. Of late, Clint's been heard to sing, "All I want for Christmas is my favorite thing." A skateboard. No, I mean it's my front tooth that I want. It's a good thing that Clint's tooth has now been fixed, for buffalo meat puree won't have to be mixed. Clint will check his range where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, for ranching is how Clint will make his way. Good luck, Clint. Corey Poppy. Corey's always had a certain charm, appeal, and conceit. Therefore, one has to wonder when Mrs. Audette tells us about Corey's favorite snack time treat. In kindergarten, his first choice for a snack was the dessert Sex in a Pan. I can tell you I'm not touching that one like some kind of madman. As quarterback, Corey's skill has been revealed, especially when leading the team to the provincial final on Shadow Field. Next year, farming and ranching will take Corey's time. We wish you the best and know you'll do fine. All the best, Corey. Warren Hillier. High fives and hallelujahs have been given out all day. Finally, teachers can rejoice, for Warren's on his way. It's been an adventure each and every day. You have been the daily reason we justify our pay. Kidding aside, we cannot forget the basketball game where your challenge was met. Success was yours when you left the court, having sunk 6 three-point shots in your favorite sport. While waiting for the 649 win that you hope to possess, remember to use your positive skills to build your own success. Best of luck, Warren. Michael Young. A pleasant greeting from Michael is a guarantee in one's day, although his classmates often threaten that they'll make him pay. His concern for his attendance and schoolwork has brought him fame, although his classmates often state, "Mike, quit being so lame." Canada and the English language were a new experience for Mike in grade 4, and I think he's discovered how confusing both are. His first experience curling was slippery at best, for standing was a chore. It was then discovered that on each foot a slider he wore. All the best, Michael. Holly Nicholson. Holly was the arm wrestling champ in grades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now that she won't have Brad going through her lunch, she'll think she's in heaven. Holly recalls the fun on her sporting trips, especially Mr. Gottslig and the traffic rules he'd skip. Her strength in sports was often transferred to class, for she kept Mike Lewins under control in English class. It's the underdog for whom Holly is cared, therefore studying criminal justice and then to the RCMP is how her career will be prepared. All the best, Holly. Gina Conrad. Every year on the basketball team, there's someone to whom this moment is placed upon, and that's to start to undress before Mr. Gottslig's gone. Gina was that representative for this graduating class. Sorry, Gina, you know we just couldn't let that embarrassing moment pass. While your embarrassing moments are being noted, I had best not neglect the incident that to you your dad transported. He arrived at her volleyball game with a bag full of tin cans, so they could be shook and rattled by the noisy fans. The cheering was great until Gina saw to her dismay that it was her dad who was putting on this noisy display. Gina's enjoyed being with her friends and playing basketball and volleyball. We wish you the best in office technology, which you'll study this fall. Good luck, Gina. Katrina Moyer. As a little girl, Katrina could never make it through a complete night at her friends', for she'd be driven back home and the slumber party would end. I don't know what statement that makes about her time with her friends, because she'll willingly read a horror book from beginning to end. She has an extensive collection of movies and CDs, and I'm told it's her heavy foot that she'll onto the gas pedal ease. In Medicine Hat, Katrina will study social welfare. We wish you the best and lots of luck there. All the best, Katrina. Sean Roy. Sean's always been quiet and polite, and it's to accounting where he has set his sight. This is a good thing, for we'd be concerned if he chose welding as his place. For in industrial arts, he lost control of his welding rod and branded his face. His love for trucks and cars is widely known, and given a recent tire experience, the need for treading carefully is shown. All the best, Sean. Wade Illebrin. I'm told that Wade was quite the ladies' man in his younger years, for at the same time he dated Melissa and Dana so he could avoid their tears. In fact, at the public school it was written on a door, Wade plus Melissa / Dana, to remind us of those he did adore. Wade would always accompany Devon on his jelly bean ploys, and we now see him cruising around town in his car, which is just one of his toys. Wade plans to get rich through a chain of sports bars, therefore his business management course will take him far. All the best, Wade. Ryan Lewins. Louis worked hard at school, and his marks speak loud and clear, so we're not surprised it's his name on the honor roll that we hear. While we think of Mike as the Lewins with the appetite so very amazing, we can't exclude Ryan because he ate an entire deep and delicious cake with the football team gazing. Ryan is well-mannered and considerate to all. It's climbing on the snow hill and playing football at recess that he does fondly recall. Power engineering is where Ryan's future will lead, and we know his work ethic will help him succeed. Best wishes, Ryan. Corey Wickham. Corey's been a hard worker over the years. He was at the elementary play day where he'd hear the cheers. He'd run like the wind with ribbons blowing in the breeze, and with all his freckles coming out with tremendous ease. Driving semi-trucks and farming will take Corey's time. All the best to you, Corey. We know you'll do fine. Good luck, Corey. Carrie Goddew. When I taught Carrie in Admiral, he was never without his toucan Walkman, and it's been about the same since he's been in Shaunavon. He possesses the ability to write and think creatively, and in Admiral's drama production, he'd ham it up easily. Before settling into the working world, Carrie plans to travel for a while. All the best to you, Carrie, in each and every mile. Brad Dawson. Brad is known for his love of Elmo and all the sports. He remembers with fondness the fun in football and on the basketball court. His unique sense of humor has regularly been in bloom, be it his Kinder Surprises, jokes, comics, or Spirit Day costume. Laughter was certainly needed to help him when he was accident-prone. Splints and bandages were often attached to his ankle, ribs, elbow, and collarbone. The skills that won you the school's Ambassador Award will help you with whatever goals you plan to work toward. All the best, Brad. Andrew Birch. Andrew apparently never said a word during his younger years. Now we're begging for him to have mercy on our ears. In grade 4 science, he made it obvious that the ideas were starting to flow, for after the lesson he announced to Mrs. Rasmussen, "You really made my mind go." And we can't forget how in grade 10 he dyed his hair a lovely purple glow. Only it leaves us wondering how he's going to get by, for he was heard lamenting, "You mean there's a difference between permanent and temporary dye?" His role as the hippie freeway brought him dramatic fame. For Best Supporting Actor, he can now claim. All the best, Andrew. Conley Sherwick. When I taught Conley in Admiral when he was in grade 9, he was already a gentleman with manners so very fine. He's been a positive addition to Shaunavon High. It was during the basketball game against the teachers where he did stupefy. He sank 3-point shots from anywhere on the court, suggesting to Mr. Benish that this was really his sport. His perseverance has been shown not only on the court, but also at a GM promotion where a car was his only support. He kept his hand on a car for 38 hours straight, hoping he'd be the only one standing and there'd be no debate. Conley was declared the winner, and his car will now take him to Medicine Hat, for Conley's enrolled in commerce since business is where it's at. All the best, Conley. Devin Olson. Devo for short, he's a promising grad, for he's polite, athletic, and well-read. And Devin, I forgot what else you wanted said. Devin's been involved in sports and all that biz. Being declared provincial football silver medalist is a favorite memory of his. It was the public school's principal's office where he always wanted to be sent, for he and Wade would kick balls onto the school roof and never be content, until they were caught throwing them down and sent the principal's way. The motive, you ask? The office's jelly bean dish would soon be their prey. All the best, Evan. Corey Fulbard. If you give Corey a book, he'll quietly read, but give him a hockey season and one thing's guaranteed. Corey will have hockey brain for 6 months straight. Right now it's the upcoming season that he awaits. When it's not the hockey season, it's been the football season, and as offensive guard, he's part of the reason that the Shadows met success, for he gave nothing but his best. All the best to you, Corey. Sheldon Modine. Sheldon is often seen cruising town in his puddle jumper car. Unfortunately for Sheldon's bank account, he's jumped too often too far. Sheldon's shown his love for basketball and shooting hoops in the gym, and he's also confident in volleyball. You can just ask him. Once Sheldon determines where his future plans will lead, we know his stubborn streak will push him to succeed. All the best, Sheldon. Peter Lewins. Joneses and Browns, you may think there are many, but at Shaunavon High you will not find any. The popular name that has kept us from Maroons is none other than the family of Lewins. This year it's Pete, who is now on his way, but we won't let him go until we've had our say. At the birthday party celebrating Holly's 3 years, Peter cut off one pigtail with the garden shears. Maybe that's where he developed his linebacking skills, for they were definitely on display during this year's provincial thrills. As MVP, his leadership and ability to read the offensive plays worked to bring a season of success the Shadows' way. All the best, Peter. Blaine Hardeen. When Blaine was younger, he'd arrive at school impeccably dressed and always leave in total disarray with absolutely everything messed. We congratulate you tonight on your tidy appearance, Blaine. I'm sure your mother is pleased that you've since quit your clothes-messing kindergarten games. Blaine has shown skill in science and math and remembers the time Garrett Thenis kept making everyone laugh. Thenis chose to make farting noises when the rosary was being said. Apparently it was away from the gym that he was quickly led. Best of luck at the U of S with your engineering classes. It will be much easier there without Garrett to distract the masses. All the best, Blaine. Garrett Kupczynski. Garrett's last name is a whopper, so we call him Ike for short, although after 3 years I am happy to report that I can spell his name correctly without coming up short. Garrett always gives a happy hello to all those he greets, and we all know how red his face can go when embarrassment he meets. If we couldn't find Garrett throughout the school year, we just need to look in the shop and he'd be working there. Garrett's enjoyed working at a variety of places, from the SO2 GM, where now it's the parts that he replaces. We wish you the best, Garrett. Ryan Lorge. During the '96 football season, Ryan played his heart out and quite literally his spleen. It's in sporting events where he's really quite keen. Although apparently he has another talent that we must now recall. It was as the big wheel that he heard his stage call. For in the class's grade school production of the play Clowns, Ryan was the big wheel who offered advice on how not to make people frown. Ryan is considering farming or journalism for his career. We wish you the best and much success in the upcoming years. Good luck, Ryan. Garrett Thenis. I've got this assignment done, I just don't know where it is Garrett's common plea. It's no wonder that he drives us all crazy. I'm sure his doctor many years ago had the very same thought, for it was during snack time that he did something that he should have not. He stuck a raisin up his nose, and it was never retrieved. Considering this is Garrett, this story is easy to believe. Garrett certainly acquired an ability to talk and talk and talk, but he has also shown on the volleyball court that he can set, spike, and block. The U of S is where Garrett is going. It's the College of Arts and Science where his knowledge will be growing. Good luck, Garrett. Chris Nelson. He's tortured his teachers with his energy and voice. The end of June is here, and we can now rejoice. A guarantee on football game day would be to see Chris maybe in his desk, vibrating away. But come on, Miss Weston, it's game day. I can't possibly concentrate, so please don't make me stay. We can maybe understand him kissing Mrs. Olson on the cheek, but Mr. Gottslig, Chris, that's really quite bleak. But despite his energy, he has a serious side too. Loyalty to his friends is given without due. In whatever path you wish to pursue, remember your positive traits that can only be strengthened by you. All the best, Chris. Adam Sonstaby. Hockey and Adam have always gone together, but I can't forget football, for as a linebacker, he's a real go-getter. Volleyball, basketball, and baseball have taken his time too. Actually, there are very few sports that he doesn't do. He gives sports his best and gladly meets the competition, but he's also learned to balance school with sports to meet his future ambition. Technology and science will be the area of his learning, and we wish you the best in all the directions you'll be turning. Good luck, Adam. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the 1997 graduating class of Shaunavon High School. I wish each and one of you
Thank you both. We would now like to ask Mr. Benish to come and give his principal's address.
I would like to welcome all parents, friends, especially graduates on this very special day. Our graduates have chosen a very appropriate theme for their graduation. It's called I Believe, although it may be more appropriate to say we believe. Through their 13 years of school, these students, their parents, and their teachers have always believed in their group's success. Parents and teachers have always been there to encourage, to help, and to motivate when necessary to get them to this day. When I first came to Shaunavon in 1993, there were 64 students in this class when they were in grade 9. At that time, their main goals were just to fit in, to be with friends, and to play sports. Parents and teachers worked very hard to keep them motivated to do well in school. There was some development by grade 10. However, there was still a lot of work for all involved, as this was a group that struggled a little bit in school. I remember a conversation with one of the graduating students when he was in grade 10. He wanted to quit school. He did okay in school, but it was a struggle for him. It just wasn't the kind of work he wanted to do. He'd rather work at a job and make money. But his mom and dad's persistence in getting him to school, an opportunity to play football, kept him in school. And today, Chris Nelson is graduating. This is very symbolic of so many of the graduating class. At some point in their high school careers, they came to believe enough in themselves to be successful and to be part of graduation today. I have very much enjoyed this group of students, whether it's teaching them in grades 9 and 10 in history class or coaching them in basketball or football. As a group, they've had their moments, but individually they have always been nice kids and now excellent young men and women. I personally have always believed in them and always have spoken positively about them, and in return they have supported the school in many positive ways. In our society, adults sometimes fear or are intimidated by students because of their looks, dress, or manner. This is unfortunate because, as their families and friends already know, there are some really good kids here. The strengths they possess are of great use to themselves and to their community. I've never been around a group of kids who some, like Wade Illebrin, or Garrett Kopczynski, or Chris Nelson, Krista Odlin, Andrew Birch, or Blaine Hardeen, are so driven to work and make money. Their personalities and ability to communicate are outstanding and will ensure success in any field. This group also has its academic strengths, from Mandy Cadieux, the University of Saskatchewan's Chancellor Award winner, to Michael Young, Shara Reardon, Crystal Wickstrom, Angela Gisselson, Liling Roach, and Connolly Sherwick. These students can compete with any other students in our province or anywhere in Canada. Our sports teams have also played a key role in the success of our school. This year, Holly Nicholson and Adam Sonsby, Michael Loons, Devin Olson, Dylan Wilson, Corey Poppy, Jared Girodod, Barclay Minor, Dwayne Lowe, Clint Dawson, Corey Folbar, Sheldon Modine, and Warren Hillier are all reasons the Shaunavon High School has been so dominant throughout the Southwest and provincially in all sports activities, especially football, basketball, and volleyball. In the field of creative arts, whether it's Kylie Intum or Garrett Thenis, Britt Godju or Krista Chapman, Melanie Clausen or Kim Noseworthy in drama productions, or Carmen Stevenson in music, or Amanda Bester in painting, our kids is as talented or entertaining as any around. Even the students who didn't involve themselves that much in school, like Jeff Fuller or Carrie Godju, Sean Simmons or Brooke and Brandy Wilson, they have strengths in so many other areas. Many of our students with diverse talents have excelled in several of these categories. However, their biggest strength is themselves. Sean Roy, Gina Conrad, Amanda Hunt, Katrina Moore, Ryan Lewins and Ryan Lorge, Carrie Auger, Peter Loons, Corey Wickham, Dana Wright, Brad Dawson, and Angie Kinney are among the nicest people you would ever want to meet. They are and forever will be outstanding ambassadors for our school and our community, and we are very proud of this. Tonight I have tried to bring home to you the many talents and abilities that I have come to know and admire about this group. I hope everyone in this room at some point gets to know them firsthand, so that you too can believe in these kids. No, not kids, but adults and soon to be taxpayers, college graduates, and parents. I believe in you. Our school has always believed in you, and so will everyone around you once they experience your greatness. Good luck in the future. Always believe in yourself, and have a safe grad. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Banish. Graduate Carmen Stevenson will now entertain us with a musical interlude.
I have to wait for my tape to get set up here, so. Every now and then we find
And I'll be right behind your shoulder, watching you. Always there in all you do, and I won't ever leave as long as you believe. I'll make a wish for you and hope it will come true. And life will just be kind to such a gentle mind. And if you lose your way, think back on yesterday. Remember me as well. Remember me this way. This
It is now.
hold me so tight, put your arms around me, you made me feel so safe. Can you whisper in my ear that you're here to stay? Dreams can come true, look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope, you know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true, look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope, you know you got to be strong.
Those are the school memories the grads wanted us to portray, but here are the real memories.
Corey Poppy, Clint Dawson, and Mike Loons have an outstanding bill at Katz's house. Oddly enough, when they go to Shane's, the weather is too bad for them to drive home after the party.
Or so they tell their parents.
When Krista Chapman, Carrie Godju, and Jeff Fuller used to go to the parking lot during break, it was first thought they were retrieving books from their vehicles.
Upon further investigation, Mr. Bayless and Mr. Kazakov found that they were testing their lighters.
Or so they told Mr. Benish.
Jared Jurdot showed off his good driving expertise this year.
He decided to take up spraying one night after hooking a 75-foot sprayer with his truck while leaving a party.
Although the Shaunavon Shadows did not have cheerleaders this year, Sean Simmons often supplied a victory dance and actually outperformed cheerleaders of the past.
Scholarships and bursaries will now be presented.
The first will be the Elks Prize presented by Greg Bayless.
Guests, colleagues, honored graduates, on behalf of the Shaunavon Elks Lodge, I bring you greetings and extend our very best wishes to you. Our Elks Prize is a $500 prize. It's given to the graduate whose academic average over their graduating year is the highest. This student's average, about 95.7, is quite incredible based on the fact that this student is, has a lot of other interests in the community outside of school. So 95.7 is quite incredible. I'd like to call on Mandy Kadju, please.
The next prize is the Royal Purpose Scholarship, and it's presented by Shannon Frederick.
On behalf of the Shaunavon Royal Purple, I would like to present a $300 scholarship to Amanda Bastura.
The Legion Ladies Auxiliary Bursary will now be presented by Elsie Raboy.
I'm sorry Elsie had a bit of a fall when she came in, so she won't be able to come up. And it gives me great pleasure to congratulate all you graduates this year, and I hope that you will endeavor to fulfill your dreams. I'd like to call on Amanda Bastura. And the next one is Angie Kenny. Congratulations, Angie, and the best to you.
The Angus Willett Bursary will now be presented by Rita Anderson.
Good evening and welcome to everyone. On behalf of the Shaunavon School Board, I would be pleased to present the Angus Willett Bursary to two recipients, one to a university-based course, and that is Connolly Sherwick. Second award is for a technology course, and the winner is Angie Kinney.
The Shaunavon Parent-Teacher Association Bursary will now be presented by Ingrid Kazakov.
Good evening, and on behalf of the Parent-Teacher Exchange, I would like to congratulate the class of 1997 and to present this award to a deserving student and wish him best in his future studies. The award goes to Michael Young.
The Shawnee Club Bursary will be next and will be presented by Grant Glover.
On behalf of the Shawnee Club, I'd like to present a $500 bursary to Shara Reardon.
The hometown bursary will now be presented by Jim Coulter.
Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, Hometown Club of Shaunavon wishes to present two bursaries in the amount of $350 each, one for a university-bound student and one for technical-bound. We'd like to recognize two young people who have maintained excellent academic performances as well as working during their out-of-school hours. It fits in very nicely with the theme of hometown in making our community an even better place to live and promoting fellowship. I'm proud to announce that the winner of the university-bound scholarship or bursary is Michael Young. And technical bound, Angie Kinney.
Richard Dahl is now asked to come up to present the Kinsman Club Prize.
Good evening, parents and guests, and congratulations, graduates. The Kinsman Club Prize goes to a student who has achieved the second highest average in the grade 12 class. And this award is a $500 check And this year's recipient is Michael Young.
Laverne Small will now present the Kinet's bursary.
I'd like to present the Kineto bursary to Katrina Moyer.
The Knights of Columbus bursary will be presented by Ron McKellar.
Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the graduates, and on behalf of the Knights of Columbus, I'd like to call on Mandy Kaju.
Kathleen East will now present the Thomas Samuel Dunlop Memorial Scholarships.
This scholarship is in memory of Tom Dunlop. He was a longtime resident of Shaunavon and had worked for the town of Shaunavon. When he passed away, he left some money to the high school to be used for scholarships. Tonight we have 2 scholarships, each worth $250, to be presented to 2 young men. Would Ryan Lewins and Connolly Sherwick please come forward?
Mr. Bob Gottslig is now asked to come up to present the Norman Bakke Memorial Award.
No. But thanks, Chris. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, graduates. It gives me great pleasure this evening to make the presentation for the Norman Bakke Memorial Scholarship. Norman was a colleague of mine, and this year marks 10 years since he passed away. In choosing a candidate for this award, we looked for a student that dedicated time to community and school activities and also to their schoolwork and attaining a good academic average. Mr. Norman Bakke would have been very proud of the way this young man carried himself in our school and dedicated his time to his studies and family. The recipient of this award is Connolly Sherwick.
The Charles Weiss Boozy Memorial Scholarship will now be presented by Andrea and Peter Boozy.
Hi everybody. My name is Andrea Bussey, or Boozy in these parts. Charles Bussey was my grandfather, and for lots and lots of years, Charlie was involved in the Shaunavon community. He owned Boozy Brothers Hardware Store, and we still have a lot of land in the, oh hi, I know him. Walter and Bee. We still have a lot of land in the Shaunavon area. My grandfather was an avid believer in the importance of youth and education. That's why I'm here to present the Charles Weiss Bussy Boozy Memorial Scholarship to the student who is actively, oh, I'm so nervous, I hate this, sorry. Look at me. To the student who has achieved high scholastic honors in their years at Shaunavon High School. And my goodness, without further ado, I'd like to congratulate Michael Young.
The Shaunavon High School prize will be presented by Mr. Robert Collins.
Congratulations, grad, and good evening to you all. It is my pleasure to present the Shaunavon High School Award. It's presented to the student, the third highest academic achievement. This year's recipient is a hard-working student. It's appreciated by all the teachers. Can I have Sheriff Redden please come up?
Chuck Gartner will now present the Shaunavon Credit Union Youth Bursary.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations, grads. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of Shaunavon Credit Union to present this year's recipient for the high school bursary. It's important to note that the committee that selects the student here is made up of entire high school teachers. And this student was chosen has the skills and talents involving athletics, strong work ethics, and able to relate to people. I would ask that Devin Olson come forward to accept the bursary.
Norm Lavoie will present the Dark Horse Theatre Scholarship.
First of all, I want to say congratulations on behalf of Dark Horse Theatre to all of the graduating class. I also want to take this moment to thank this class, as all the past classes who've helped us with our productions over the year, whether it was serving food in the fall or sawing bones in the hallway this spring. Thank you very much. We, in the last few years, have been awarding a scholarship of $500. This year we had 18 applications and we had some very good applicants, and I'd like to present the scholarship to Mr. Andrew Birch.
Hey, Drew.
Victoria Elliott Erickson will now present the Pinnacle Resources Fellowship Award.
Within our reach lies every path we ever dream of taking. Within our power lies every step we ever dream of making. Within our range lies every joy we ever dream of seeing. Within ourselves lies everything we ever dream of being. The Pinnacle Awards, made available on an annual basis by Pinnacle Resources Limited, are intended to reward people with such reach, power, and range. The Pinnacle Fellowship Award, valued at $1,000, is awarded annually to a graduate who is enrolled in a Canadian university or post-secondary institute in a program of at least 2 years' duration, who has maintained a good scholastic average, and who has made the most meaningful contribution to their school and community. It is my pleasure to present the 1997 Pinnacle Fellowship Award to Shara Reardon. Pinnacle Academic Achievement Award, valued at $1,500, is awarded annually to a graduate who is enrolled in a Canadian university or post-secondary institute in a program of at least 2 years duration, who has maintained an outstanding scholastic average, and who has exhibited a positive lifestyle while being a very strong contributor in some leadership capacity in the school. It is my pleasure to present the 1997 Pinnacle Academic Achievement Award to Mandy Cadieux.
The Patty Bredall Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Audrey Carlton.
Thanks, Sharon, and good evening. 20 years ago, on March 12, 1977, a very special friend of mine, I'm a little nervous, excuse me, Patty Bredall, was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident. Those of us who knew her remember a bright and beautiful young lady whose future held much promise. Shortly after her accident and death, this $200 memorial scholarship was established. And tonight, it is my pleasure and honor to present the scholarship to a bright and beautiful young lady whose future holds much promise. That bright and beautiful young lady is Gina Conrad.
Angie Nicholson will now present the Shaunavon Hospital Nurses Scholarship.
On behalf of the nursing staff at the Shaunavon Hospital, I'd like to congratulate this year's graduating class. We are celebrating Shaunavon Hospital's 30th anniversary. In recognition of this, we are offering a scholarship for this year only. The recipient is a graduate student who will be taking post-secondary education in a health-related field. Sun Local 87 are pleased to award the scholarship to Andrew Birch.
Thank you to all the presenters. We would now like to present to you the valedictorian of the 1997 graduating class, Mandy Cadieux.
Good evening, parents, teachers, friends, and fellow graduates. It is an honor for me to speak to you on behalf of the graduating class of 1997. This is a night like no other, for it beautifully puts closure on many years of our lives. Although it is a sad time with many farewells, it is a time of maturing and entering a new stage of life. It is amazing to think that we have gone to school for approximately 2,430 days, listened to 746 O-Canadas, attended 180 dreadful Monday mornings in high school. There were many days, and we've all thought it, where we wanted to be done school and move on with life. And now that that time has come, it is difficult to let go, for we want to savor this moment we've worked so hard to reach. It is difficult to say goodbye to bus trips, school dances, interrogating teachers, and of course, open campus spares. On the contrary, it's easy to say goodbye to finals, detention, and any form of math class.
Amen to that.
We all remember 1984, when Mulrooney was Prime Minister, the Oilers were once again Stanley Cup champions, and our class began kindergarten. In 1997, Chrétien was Prime Minister, the Red Wings deservingly and finally won the Stanley Cup. And our class is graduating from high school. Ironically, these two events in our lives have much in common, although 13 years apart. When we were 5, we were reluctant to leave our parents, scared of the new experiences, but excited to move on. We are now 18 and we feel exactly the same way. Both times we have come to a stepping stone in our lives, and although it is frightening, it is inevitable and necessary. There are many people who aided in our achievements throughout the years. Firstly, there are our teachers. Whether we have come from Christ the King, Public, Admiral, Simi, or any other school to SHS, we all had inspirational teachers, not only in subject matter, but in sports, clubs, and as everyday people. We have learned many things from you, all from this simple principle of sharing and playing fair, to impossible things like E=mc² or the Pythagorean theorem. Teachers, you have helped us evolve our knowledge into the ability to solve difficult, intricate problems. You have prepared us for life experiences such as university, tech school, college, and the workforce. We thank you for your patience, dedication, and volunteer time. Secondly, there are over 100 extremely proud and important people in the audience who are collectively known as Mom and Dad. Tonight we should be handing you a trophy and a set of roses, for you are incredibly strong, loving, patient people. You have always supported us, although we have broken curfew, been grounded, and made countless mistakes. It was and is so difficult for you to watch us make a mistake, but you know that sometimes we have to learn for ourselves the hard way. The pain you feel when we make a mistake is equally as intense as the joy you feel when we succeed. Mom and Dad, you share in our sorrow, our anger, our achievements, and our love. The talented son or daughter you saw up here tonight is part of your influence, values, and inspiration. Although it is hard to express the way we feel, Mom and Dad, we love you and we thank you. For there is no one on earth who could compare to you. Finally, we have each other to thank. We have been together for 13 years, and we have become extremely close. We have lost parts of our class along the way and gained new members, but that is how we grew together. The friendships we have made are unique and special. This does not mean that each of us is best friends with every other graduate, but it means we will have a special place in our hearts for the 50 others in our class. This is the only group of people who shared the same pressure during finals, relief when they were over, stress about the future, and excitement of the pre-grad, the grad, and most importantly, the post-grad. Along with the friendships we have made goes the talents we have developed, for our class is a diverse group of characters. Athletically, academically, artistically, and of course socially, our class is amazing. There is not one of us who does not fall under at least one of those categories. It is not only our talents that give us success, but our love of the things we are good at. Regardless of what each person's plans are for the future, everyone has the ability and potential to succeed. It does not matter how much money we make or how many years we go to school, but that we are truly happy. For life is not about getting what one wants, but wanting what one gets. For most of us, it is not sunk in that we are graduating, and it probably won't for a while. But when we are dispersed throughout the country in a few months, a memory will creep into our minds and catch us off guard. And if a tear falls, chances are there'll be a smile behind it. Sure, I just looked at you. The relationships we made are strong enough to last through absence and many miles, for we all originate from the same place. This is it, guys. We did it. I guess one could say we're now adults. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it is that our class will always stay youthful and have fun, regardless of where one carries us. In conclusion, I'll leave you with a brief poem we studied called I Have Always Known, for it summarizes the feelings we all share. I have always known that at last I would take this road, but yesterday I did not know it would be today. God bless you, fellow graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy. Jamie and I are pleased to thank the grads for this honor to present to them the graduation exercises.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 1997.